Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we made our way through Union Cave, and made our way to Azalea Town, where we found that Team Rocket is currently causing trouble. Today we're going to be looking into that, but before we do, I want to come back to this route to hopefully catch a new Pokemon. And it seems that we've got our wish. And I swapped to Pariah because I had a feeling that Hoppip would be what we run into, considering this is the early morning now. And because Hoppip is a grass type, it can't be put to sleep with sleep powder from Beefly, so pretty useful to have Pariah around as a backup, even if Hypnosis isn't the most accurate sleeping move. Now, I'm just gonna throw a Pokeball. And that was easy. So what to call this one, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna reuse a nickname from my previous Let's Play because I don't really have a opinion for what to call this thing. With that, we can now move on to the next topic of discussion. Well, actually, before I do that, I want to just run around again, just to be sure. And I could train here and leave this as a grinding episode, but I figure that you guys won't really like that. So, we're just gonna run from this and just swap. Yeah, you know what, I'll leave Pariah where he is. We're just gonna head off to Azalea Town. Can't go into that well because it is currently being blocked off. Can't go into the gym either because it is also being blocked off. So how about we check out what's to the left of Azalea Town? This is the Ilex Forest. If you intend to catch a Pokemon here, I would definitely come here now while the gym and well are being blocked off. I would not wait on this because this, well, we'll see in a bit, but, well, we'll see probably next episode, but, well, next or the following episode after that, we'll see why that is the case. And keeping Pariah in the front because this Paris is a grass type, so can't use sleep powder on it, so honestly not the best encounter, but it's a good HM sleeve, at least for some of them. And that took you a while, Pariah, but oh well. Let's just do a little lick just to be sure that we get at least a little damage on it. Yep. And just gonna use another Pokeball. I did buy more Pokeballs between episodes, just so that we wouldn't have any issues. there we go. Got Paris. And just because it's the only thing on my mind for a because of parasitic mushrooms and video game references, I'm just gonna go with Abby. I know that that's a pretty hated character, but I don't particularly care. Honestly, I feel that some people are a bit ridiculous over their hatred of that character. But I suppose that's just the power that fandom can have on people. So I'm gonna swap things around. You know what, we haven't had Ash lead the way in quite a while, so we're just gonna go heal first. I should say that I don't believe that there are any items in Azalea Town that we can grab right now, but if there are, I'll likely get them off screen and mention them in the next episode. But for now, we're just going to be progressing onwards. So, since the gym is blocked off and the well to this town is also blocked off, we only have really one choice. But before we do that, let's grab this apricorn from in front of this house and head inside. Who are you? Seipher, eh? You want me to make you some balls? Sorry, but that'll have to wait. Do you know Team Rocket? Don't worry, I'll tell you anyhow. Team Rocket's an evil gang that uses Pokemon for their dirty work. They're supposed to have disbanded 3 years ago. Dude, it was only a few weeks ago. I don't know where you get this 3 years nonsense. Anyway, they're at the well cutting off slowpoke tails for sale. What? Oh my gosh. Yikes. So I'm gonna go give them a lesson in pain. Old man, really. Calm down. Don't want you to hurt yourself. Hang on, Slowpoke. Old Kurt is on his way. Alright, well, at least this town has someone who's proactive. So with that, it's not giving us access to the gym, but he has removed the guard from the well. Which means now we can go down and talk to him. Hey there, Seipher. The guard up top took off when I shouted at him, but then I took a tumble down the well. I slammed down hard on my back so I can't move. Rats. If I were fit, my Pokemon would have punished them. I can't be helped. Seipher, show them how gutsy you are in my place. Alright, well, I know that I said that I wanted Ash to lead, but I did just remember that we have new Pokemon available in this little dungeon. Well, one new Pokemon. Because there are only Slowpoke and Zubat in this well, and I need Beefly to be leading. However, it's a bit of a odd feeling since despite this place being called Slowpoke, well, there's more Zubat in here than Slowpoke. Zubat is an 85% encounter rate, while Slowpoke is only a 15%, so forgive me, we're going to be seeing a lot of Zubat. Luckily I have a pretty good Zubat on my team, so I don't need to worry about it, but this is going to take a while because 15%, not that high of odds to find what we're looking for, but should find it soon. least I hope so. Come on, come on. And either way, I know what I'm gonna call this Slowpoke when we eventually run into it, because I'm just gonna take the suggestions that were used by TFS just to make it go quick. Or actually maybe something different, but I'm not entirely sure. Guess I'll find out when we run into one, assuming that's today. Did not mean to run in that way. Come on. Jesus, this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I know it's only a 15% chance of Slowpoke, but I think the game would be a little nicer to me. Come on, where are you, Slowpoke? Sick of Zubat. This is why so many people write off Zubat, because it's so common in caves, especially this one. And it always looks so weak, yet here at least I hope that my Zubat Langstrom will be able to prove why that's a misconception. Granted, there are other Let's Plays, both Nuzlocke and non-Nuzlocke, that have shown how good Zubat actually is for teams, but I just want to add my own evidence to that whenever we get the chance. Come on, Slowpoke, come on out. Jeez, this is getting ridiculous. I guess while we're looking, I should say that I hope you guys have noticed the level curve of the wild Pokemon has been pretty, slow to increase. Usually in a second town, we're at least encountering level 8 to 10 Pokemon in the wild, just so that we have something relatively on par. But in this game, we're still encountering level 5s through 7s at this point, so it's kind of ridiculous with how everything is just so weak in Johto, and I wouldn't expect that to change anytime soon. Because most of the Pokemon in Johto are pretty underleveled compared to your average Pokemon region. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just put this off right now. If I do need to catch, if I do run into Slowpoke while I make our way through here, I'm just gonna take care of it then. But for now, let's just actually try and make some progress, because I don't want to be running around this cave the entire time. So let's just have Ash fight this guy. And that's new. I've never seen that in a trainer battle. Hopefully things are alright. Palette seems to have gotten bigger and it's persisting, so here's hoping things aren't getting more broken with this. The Yikes, that's not good. Yeah. I honestly don't know what to say. I've never seen this on the actual system, and I didn't think that it would persist like this in the emulator, but beyond wild Pokemon, but I guess I can be proven wrong. Oh, let's see, did we run into a Slowpoke? Of course we did when we don't have Beefy in the front. Okay, well, no problem. It also does seem like the palette has gotten bigger. I don't know why that is, but nothing we can't handle. Come on out, Beefy. And I guess now that we know what we're going to be catching, I'm not going to bother with the nickname Slow Todd. Sorry, Slow Omara or Slowmar. I'm probably going to go with that Slow Todd just as a reference to Sweeney Todd, because poor villain, I know it doesn't make much sense with the well and everything, but well, I just wanted to use the horror thing because TFS used Slowmara for their Slowpoke in reference to, I believe, the ring. So I figure why not with this. And there we go. So, as I said, let's just go with Slow. Todd. And we'll just grab this Super Potion, and now that we have Slow Todd in our Pokedex, we can move on with the rest of the episode. Okay, it seems that the pallets are now gonna be sticking around, I guess. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Can't really deal with that. Well, can't really change anything about that. I don't know what's causing it to begin with, so hopefully it will settle down after we take care of things here. Maybe after I shut down the emulator and restart, it'll be taken care of, but I guess we'll see. I'll probably try a certain trick that I know whenever you use codes in Desmume for these things, because this palette thing seems to happen even for ROM hacks like Sacred Gold and Storm Silver. I don't know why that's the case, it just is. And I just know that whenever you use codes in those games, if you use save states like I've been doing to make sure that we only make incremental progress rather than possibly rather than using regular in-game saves, it's able to cause some problems, but shouldn't be much of an issue here. Oh wait, the pallet disappeared. Sorry, I'm not entirely paying attention. I'm more focused on the fight while also discussing the topic, so I didn't even see when the pallet disappeared there, so maybe it'll fix itself during this recording? Who knows? Okay, got another Team Rocket member. Let's see what we can do. Okay, oh, no. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Well, Ash, take care of this. Lickety split. Yeah. Still trouble. Tickle it. Don't know when the thing disappeared there, but hopefully the fix that I'll try off screen later will have at least some effect. So yeah, I suppose I should say that the fix that I intend to do is I actually am going to use an in-game save after doing a save state. And then load that save the normal way that you would. And then do some running around in the tall grass or in a cave to see what happens. You know what, let's lead with... we're not gonna lead with Langstrom, let's lead with Ash. Not Ash, Jason. Because I know what this guy has. I'm often labeled as the scariest and cruelest guy in Team Rocket. Did not mean to skip that. I strongly urge you not to interfere with our business. Okay, boss fight with Proton, a executive of Team Rocket, though who gives their executive a level 8 Zubat, I have no idea. Anyway, Thundershock should deal with this guy pretty easily. Yep. Without a doubt, Jason is the best. And sending out coughing. I could bring Beefly out to confuse this thing, but I honestly don't really need to. I think that Jason can handle this with just a few Thundershocks as well. It's stronger though, due to it being level 12. But it just tackled, and now it's pretty much in the bag because so much slower. Granted, Flaffy's pretty slow to begin with, and it does seem that the pallet didn't appear here, so I do wonder what that actually is. What's up with that? Maybe boss fights have a... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit odded out by that change, so maybe eventually we can get rid of it entirely. See if that fix happens. Anyway, Team Rocket was indeed broken up 3 years ago. Again, it wasn't 3 years ago. Like, I did this I broke you up like a few weeks ago. I don't know what you're going on about, guys. But we continued our activities underground. A small obstacle like you won't be such a problem for our mission. I'm not a small obstacle. I'm the guy who disbanded you. I advise you to be very afraid of what is to come. Alright, and with that, checking on the Slowpoke, and now... Way to go, Seipher. Team Rocket has taken off. My back's better too. Let's get out of here. And we're immediately taken back to Kurt's house. Hi, Seipher. You handled yourself like a real hero. As I mentioned before, Team Rocket was disbanded by a boy called Red 3 years ago. You did not mention who disbanded them, and his name wasn't Red. It was me, Seipher. I disbanded them. I don't know why everyone's buying into that identity thief, Red. Now that they've come back, I have a bad feeling about it. In any case, it would please me greatly to make Pokeballs for a trainer like you, Seipher. Well, I suppose that'll make up for the insult, but seriously, I'm the guy who did it. This is all I have now, but take it. Obtained a fastball. Sort of a reference to the white apricorn tree that we saw outside his house. You got apricorns for me? Fine, I'll turn them into Pokeballs. You know what? Just because I know what these do, I'm going to give him both of the black apricorns that we've got. That's right, I'll give you my grandpa's number, sure. And with that, we've registered Kurt and that hiker from earlier. So, we have now taken care of everything that I wanted to do in this episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.